KWTN 100.9 FM. You are listening to the Big Voice Sports Show with DJ Garanteed. I also have two gentlemen that are going to be co-hosting here today. And real quick here, I am not Quince's stunt double or anything like that, or look-alike or anything like that. But he's on vacation, so we want to make sure that we send our well wishes to Quince. Have a good time. I know that he wanted to kind of remote in. I said, hey, man, take a vacation. It's far in between. Enjoy time with the family and stuff. Right. But nonetheless, we have Mr.
B-Love is in the house.
What's up, B-Love? And
Coach Eug.
Coach Eug. Thank you guys for joining us here. Coach, you are really busy here today. And in fact, after this show, let the people know.
After this, flying up to Homer to go watch our Digit boys take on the Homer. I think they still go by the Homer Hawks.
Yeah.
For the little guys. So, yeah, taking on the Homer Hawks in baseball. And then right after that, our 12U boys, the Broncos, taking on Homer Hawks. So that's where we're headed after this.
Nice. Good luck to those teams. And we have a whole slew of things that we want to get done here today. One is that we're going to debut none other than the Big Voice Sports Talk Show Athlete of the Week. We have 3 of them, and each of those people that we choose here at the Big Voice, and they will receive one of these fine golden medals that we had designed. And shout out to 5 Star Awards for helping us on out, and also the idea for doing that. Now, to be the Athlete of the Week, we want you guys folks' help as well.
Correct.
If you think you know an Athlete of the Week, preferably somebody that's local. It doesn't have to be. It could be regional or national athlete. And let's shout out the natives.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
They don't have to be necessarily, not necessarily native, but I mean, it would be kind of cool to do that. So
yeah, looking for good accolades, something they did, something new, or just, somebody had a great night, anything. I mean, that's what we're looking for. And we want to try to highlight our native athletes as much as we can, but at the same time, if something did something spectacular, we'll take it.
For sure. So maybe comment below. We are streaming on Winnebago, the Big Voice. You'll see us right in the studio. For those that are tuning in on the ride home or whatnot, we are over the terrestrial on 100.9 FM. We also have an online streaming media player. Go to www.winnebagotribe.com, and we're also on YouTube. All right, so let's get into today's topic. Athlete of the Week's coming. We also have Do You Agree or Don't You Agree?
No.
That segment is going to be the topic of discussion. We want our viewers and those that are tuning in to make sure that you chime in, give us your thoughts on that one as well. Today's topic, go for it, gentlemen.
All right, well, I guess we'll start off here, a little bit of high school talk. I do want to kind of get into high school golf has officially ended last week at the districts meet on Monday. We got rescheduled to Tuesday, and then we'll talk a little bit about Dahomey. Right, yep. Those are the state boys.
The results
from that. But just to go back, we'll stick with golf first. So Hana got to golf, and him and Oscar Earth went down and competed at the district meet. And we've come to find out this district is tough.
Yeah.
The kid who won it, it's an 18 over at Fairplay in Norfolk, won it with a 67.
Wow.
Okay. You know what I mean? In Buff knows, I mean, it's 67 is nothing to snuff at. You're playing par golf.
Yeah.
Under par golf, actually.
Yeah.
So Hana came in. And I'll give you his highlights. He shot nine pars.
Nice.
Best he did all season, right?
Wow.
So for 9 of the holes, he shot a 36, right? He shot par golf. But he did shoot, and here's what took him out of it. He shot 1 triple, 2 doubles. The rest were bogies.
Wow.
So you're talking 6 bogeys on top of 9 pars.
Yeah.
But that was enough to shoot at 84.
I heard that he was just 82 would have got him into
84 would have got him in.
84 would have got him in the state.
84. He took 12th place.
Okay.
At this district meet, and I mean the district itself, they're hosting I think 45 to 50 kids. You know what I mean? And he takes 12th.
Wow.
And it felt like a good day for him. Honestly, He came out swinging. Everything felt fine. Buff plays golf. You have those little blow-up holes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But you can't let them bug you. I mean, it was tough, man. It was tough. I know it hurt him a lot, and we're learning from it. But now it's time to go grind, man.
Yeah.
Time to get ready this summer and get after it. So
it's so disciplined in the art of golf. The sport of golf. I watched the Netflix series. Have you guys seen it yet?
Full swing.
Yeah, full swing, man.
Never seen
And
it.
it's like the pressure is on. If you could imagine getting up to that level.
Mm-hmm.
So after watching that Netflix series, I had a greater appreciation for all the golfers out there, especially those that are in the professional Then they have the new. I don't know if you ever got to catch any of it on TV on the national level, Buff. But what is it? Live Golf.
Live Golf.
Kind of some competition out there. You know what I mean? So pretty good. We'll see how it goes. And nonetheless, the results for Hena there.
Hena, like I said, 12th place, shot at 86. You know, if he would have had 2 strokes less and tied at 84, that was 10th.
Yeah.
Because there was like 4 kids that came in and shot 84s.
Nice.
And like these kids all came in and they all shot par on the back 9. And that's what pushed everybody's scores up because they had worse scores in the front 9 than Hena did.
Right.
Because Hena shot, 43, right? And the other guys were at 44, 45, 46, but then they all came in and shot par golf. You know, and it just pushed the number out farther. And we thought it was good. We were looking at watching it, and we just kept seeing 84s come in, 84, 80, and it was just enough to push him out to 12. I couldn't imagine being the kid at 85, but low and missing it by 1.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like that hurt a little more.
Yeah. Got some work to do, but that actually, you know, gets you up to the next level.
No,
and
he
stuff
came, and like I said, he came around, and I think on the back 9, you know, he had those little blow up holes at the very kind of end. He had a double at the end on number 9, but then came out and he ended up putting 4 pars together in a row. Do 4 pars together in a row, and that's tough to do. You know, for any golfer, it's tough to throw 4 pars in a row, man.
What would you say as far as golfing for those that are not golfers and stuff? Buff, you've been in the golf game for a minute. You know, what's the hardest thing, I guess?
Oh, geez. For me, the hardest thing is probably chipping on from about, I don't know, maybe 40 yards out or something like that.
Say like just 50-ish,
Yeah, those are really tough because, I mean, you got clubs for every distance and stuff. And one of the ones you want to try to do, a lot of people do, they try to flop it on and then hit it with that club that's facing up. My problem is when I golf, I can never get under it. If I get under it, I barely hit it. But if I swing full swing, then I'll hit the blade of then I'll shoot it right across the green. And boy, it's tough. It gets frustrated. But every once in a while, you get that shot where you're doing exactly what you was imagining. You do it. That's what brings you back the next day. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just feel like taking your clubs and going to the pawn shop and just getting rid of them. Then right at the end of the round, you get a couple of good hits, and then they're like, "Oh man, I love this game. I'm coming back tomorrow." So
I think you guys talked about it on the last sports show. You know, it's an expensive hobby to get into, but nonetheless, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Is there any tournaments or anything like that for the older folks coming up? I know that powwow time. Is there anything?
Trad Mallory just got a hold of me.
Oh,
We're
cool.
going to try to go play in Beamer. I think they got a course down there. There's a 2-on-2 coming in. That's like on the 4th of next month. But I mean, they're everywhere. Yeah. And then it looked like Eugene's. They have his boys' birthday tournament. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, the one I think everybody in Winnebago looks forward to is the Winnevegas one. You know, it's free to all the members. Anybody can come out. They'll even provide you with clubs and stuff, and you can have fun with it. But this weekend, you know, it's Hana's birthday, and so like we always try to throw a little tournament down there in Pender. You guys come on down, come hang out with us. We're gonna have food. Those little $20 cards, you get a pick a putt. We added on throw a chip, you know, a tee off from 150. Everybody uses it on that par 5, that dog leg left right there. It's the best place to use it, you know, because with those, it just makes the game funner.
You guys did it last year, huh?
Yeah, it was a good turnout last year. I think we ended up having maybe like 14, 15 golfers there at that one, and you know, we have a good time with it. We're gonna add a couple prizes and stuff. And
this one here, that throw a chip, I never did that before. you throw your arm out because you throw a golf. You got to throw instead of using your club, you can. Or we're all gonna use it and throw your golf ball instead of trying to chip it. So you try to throw it, and then you can use it wherever it lands.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised you can't throw a golf ball very far.
Yeah.
It hurts your shoulder. You think you throw far, then your shoulder's thrown out, and you're like, that's tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. Like I said, Hannah, like I said, we took off with the game, and the kids are loving it. But yeah, that's the golf for tonight, folks. I mean, that's what I want to talk about. But the next piece of it, you guys come on out, hit me up. You guys want to get in the tourney? We'll be out there this weekend. But next piece is Dami, man, heading down to state.
Yep.
Yeah,
running, doing his thing. Go ahead, Buff. I know you were on site for that one.
Yeah, I went down. Me and my wife made our way down there. We had a couple of things that we were going to show some support. A couple of nephews that's going to be down there. We were watching him run the 2 mile. I mean, he just you guys all see him around town, running down the highways, running down the roads and everything. He came out good. He was in second place the whole way, literally the whole way until the last 100 yards, and the kid that just had a phenomenal kick that just come back and passed him up. Yeah. And it was right at the end, so he was in second place the whole time. Did really good. Proud of him. Throat still kind of hurts. Acting like we were in watching a basketball game, hollering around. So
Yeah.
And yeah, it was quite an experience to watch that. And I haven't been down there. I just one of my stepboys made to state a while ago in a high jump, and that's the last time I was down there. I forgot how many people were down there. It was crazy.
Just jam packed. No, we all got to see the little highlights. There was enough guys going live. You know what I mean? We all got to kind of watch him run. They showed it on the big screen. You know, everybody got to kind of check it out and stuff. And you know, you've seen his pace in the very beginning of that 2 mile, and it looked like he had to like take a couple sprints, right? Kind of that first 100, 200 of it, just to kind of put himself in the position he wanted to be in. And then after that, it feels like he just hits cruise control. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's just in cruise control right there.
Well, the kid that beat him, I think Downey ran against him ever since they were like freshmen.
Yeah, that Karsten kid, right?
Yeah, that kid. He I think he's made set a state record down there in that 2 mile.
Yeah,
it was crazy. He ran in
3-peated
like
too.
Yeah, well, 4, was it 3 or did he win all?
Might have been 4.
Might have been the 4th.
Yeah, it might have been 4th.
Yeah,
but
it was crazy.
We learned about that. I know we talked about him before when we had Diami on, but they talked about his whole family. They're all marathon runners. Mm-hmm. Like his entire family, they all marathon run. They go do the Boston Marathon. They do half marathons everywhere they can find them. Well, and he's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, they keep announcing his name with that kid, so you know Dahmer's right there with him. So that was good.
No, man, and super excited to see him go see what he can do at Haskell. You know, collegiate level running and stuff. Yeah. I mean, super excited for that.
Yeah.
So you made it to cross country, and then for the state track meet, NSAA was broadcast, and we got a chance to watch him. He had a good fan base. All the family members turned out that couldn't make it down to Omaha, and even the commentators were talking about that guy that won first. I forgot his name. Do you guys remember? It is in Sioux City Journal and everything.
For cross country?
Yeah, no, for the 3,200 meter.
Oh no, missed that one.
For the guy that beat this guy?
Yeah.
Karsten Becker or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the kid from Hardington, I believe.
And he just like, he was talking about him the whole time. And he mentioned Diami a lot of times and gave a shout out to Winnebago. And I think that his co-commentator is like, Winnebago's a basketball town. And, you know, he's a great athlete in the basketball field too. So representing and good picture there.
That and the miles, but they were kind of the same way, right?
Yeah. Same guy
he got third place in that as well, because he got third place in the 2 mile and then showed up the next day and got third place in the mile.
Same thing too. He led in second place the whole way until the last maybe 300 yards or 200 yards on the backside. I think he got past.
When you guys watch him run, I mean, you guys were younger. I ran when I was younger, cross country as a freshman or whatever. But it looks like they're sprinting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When they put down these 4-something times, 4:30 times, like it literally looks like they're sprinting the whole time. Yeah, it probably helps to have a big leg base there. You know what I mean, and being able to stride out and everything. I'm a little short, stubby guy, so
we watched the girls before Class C came up, and that's what he ran in his Class C. Is that when they crossed that finish line, they had a whole lot of volunteers. I don't know if you've seen it, Buff, but they would literally like just go limp. You know what I mean? Because even the commentator was like, everything in your body is telling you to stop. You know what I mean? After probably the third lap. You know what I mean? And those guys have to do it. Keep going and keep going, pushing themselves. Everything in your mind tells you to stop, and your body is just hurting and everything. But they make it look easy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow,
they're all about 125 pounds too, so that's crazy.
Right. And if you can imagine what you feel like after you get done crossing that line, is like probably a feeling like no other. So congratulations to him. Probably one of the candidates. I don't know. Let's hear it from those that are tuning in and stuff. Maybe a candidate for Athlete of the Week, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, let's talk about the Saturday, Diami's Saturday run.
He did the mile. Yeah.
Yes. So on Friday he did the 3,200 meter, and then he got on Saturday the 16th. He took third
on that one as well. Yeah.
And the guy that won the 2 mile
won that one as well. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess
I heard Dami's both races down there. I think those were both personal bests too that he ran down there.
Cool.
So
for sure, congratulations to him, man. That's no third in the state.
Yeah, exactly. Third in Class C. You know what I mean? No, nothing to snuff at there.
Yeah,
I mean,
hang your head about.
a big bright future in front of that guy.
All right. Well,
All
we
right.
are broadcasting on KWTN 101.9 FM, talking about Big Voice Sports Show with our host, B Love, as well as Coach Eug. And the next topic, fellas.
Yeah, hey guys, stick around. We're going to announce these Big Voice Athletes of the Week coming up here later in the show, so stick around. All right, let's get into a little bit of NBA playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So, we all watched Denver dismantle the Lakers, right? I think we all seen that.
Wow.
Did you expect anything less, though?
Manny Menez, sorry, not sorry.
Man.
Can't stand LeBron James myself.
We talked about it on Winnebago Talks, and we were like, everybody's favorite NBA team got swept.
Yeah.
Man, so Winnebago on Tuesday was really quiet.
And the last time I was on the show, we were talking about the NBA playoffs, and I said that I thought LeBron and them would be where they were. But then it's just like, you know, I after watching what the Nugs did to those Suns, I mean, who's stopping the Nuggets at this point?
Yeah.
And I think we had that debate, and I said that about Embiid. I'm like, how is Embiid your MVP after watching what Jokic has been doing? Like,
Jokic should be 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Joker.
he should be 3 in a row, man. There's no way.
He's tough.
There's no
Man.
way. And then you got playoff Jimmy, just going crazy on the Celtics.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Q's one of Q's 8 teams he follows.
Yeah.
You know, that he
Jimmy Jordan.
supports.
Jimmy Jordan.
I still believe it. Remember we talked about that too.
Yeah.
You know.
So the Denver Nuggets, first time ever they reached the finals?
Yep.
Yep.
What do you guys think? Dynasty in the making or no?
I don't know if they can keep the same squad and do it a couple of times, you know, at least make the finals. Then I think, for them anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I think they're stacked on their role player side of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their role player side of things. Like, I mean, that's who's winning the games for them.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and look at the stats that when they played the Suns, you know, Booker and Durant were matching whatever Murray and Jokic were doing.
Yeah.
Points wise, right? And like whoever won the game, it's your bench guys. It's who's going to be your third guy that night, who's going to be your fourth guy to give you 15, give you 18. You know, who's going to get more rebounds, type of thing. And that's what was winning the games because the guys, the superstars, were showing out.
Yeah.
They were doing their thing.
offsetting each other, and then it's that next guy over. I think I still got my old Alex English jersey.
Well, here's my next question to you guys here. Do you know anybody in Winnebago that's a Denver Nuggets fan, like diehard, like?
I've been there, born and raised out there.
I go there every time I get to go.
every
out
time.
there.
No. I travel through there quite often, so no. I really do have an aunt that lives
But
out there.
nobody pops up in your head.
You
what I
know,
mean?
yeah, no, my aunt lives out there, so we go through Denver quite a lot. My cousin Bob Mercer, that'd be the one that I can only think of, but he's not even a basketball fan. He just supports the Denver teams. You know what I mean? He likes the Broncos and he likes the Lakers. I mean the Nuggets. But like I could literally look at him and say, "Hey, who's on the Nuggets?" What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't even know it was on the
Right.
team. He has like Nuggets gear he wears and stuff. But.
So that's on that side of the bracket. All right, now here's a question. We're gonna finish up, and then we'll talk on the other side of the bracket. What is this? Eastern side?
This is West.
Western
This is the
side.
Western.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And after they got swept, I think it was disappointment. But LeBron retiring. Thoughts?
No,
you guys
he's saying
did he?
thoughts. He's talking about it.
What are you
He's
guys'
talking
thoughts?
about it.
Should he retire?
2 words: good riddance. That's me.
He put up what 40 points on that last game. I mean, he made a valiant effort. Still playing at that high level and stuff. Do you think he should retire?
I mean, I'm not against it, but I mean, what I see is it's just a play for him because his big dream now. I mean, he's the all-time scoring leader. You know, the first person, and ESPN will tell you every day he's the first person to do this on this day at this time of the year. You know, they make up stats for the guy. No, don't get me wrong. I like LeBron. I've always kind of liked him. But I don't agree with his crybaby stuff. But still,
Floppy.
he's still a good. I still think he's one of the all-time greats. Right? He's up there on the mountain with everybody else. But then you look at the next step of things, like is he going to retire? I think it's a play to get retired, that wherever his son goes, he's gonna try to sign on with them and at least play a year with his son.
His son's not even that good. I mean, honestly.
What's his name,
living on the
Bronny?
name.
Bronny. I mean, he's a good ball player. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
he's getting all the hype because of LeBron.
Right.
And
Well, he's eligible to join on 2024.
well, yeah, because
He's gotta go to a year of
He's got
college.
to do a year of college, and I heard he signed with the SC.
Yeah, USC. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if he plays 1 year there and then he comes out and then, you know, I mean, who thinks that? I mean, LeBron may retire and take
Yeah.
a year off, and then when Bronny comes and then if he gets drafted, maybe they'll try to work something out to where he could play 1 year with his son. I mean, it'll be cool to see. I mean, I'd still watch the games.
Right.
Yeah.
I still talk.
That's what I think the play is there. If he decides to like just step away and take a year off or whatever. I mean, because he has all the accolades. What else is he chasing beyond championships, right? Like, I mean, that's all you can do at that point. But like I said, he always says, "I need better players. I need better players." But like,
he gets cream of the crop.
Yeah, he really does.
He says all the time, he gets cream of the crop. If you look when he first came in. And he got rid of all the young talent, and he brought in like Carmelo Anthony, some of them old guys. All those guys that he got rid of, went to different teams. They're all blowing it up for their team.
Yeah,
the other teams. They're the stars now.
Yeah,
so you're
interesting.
That he wanted to get a ring quick, so he's trying to bring this older talent. That, we can do this, we can do that. He messed the Lakers up, man. He ruined it, man.
Well, I mean, with the kind of contract he demands and the stars that he wants to bring in, you take so much of the salary cap. Like I said, you get no role players on the side. I mean, you can't get guys that you would normally get like at the mid to higher level of entry for money wise.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I think Denver was able to get enough dudes and build enough people. That's why they are what they are.
Yeah,
okay.
So
we'll finish up this conversation, but the last one I have for you guys. Who did Space Jam better, Michael Jordan or LeBron?
It's Jordan on that one, dude. That's Space Jam. That's Space Jam. That one, LeBron's in that thing is.
It's settled, huh?
Yeah. Even Bugs Bunny can't stand it.
Yeah. That's an easy one there.
Okay, so Denver Nuggets are headed into the finals. Who are they going to face? Either the Celtics or the Miami Heat.
Be Miami.
So results from last night. What happened last night?
Celtics got them.
Yeah, Celtics kind of. Man, I watched the game. I think that was last Friday, and I know that Q's all for the Celtics and stuff. And I was like, "Where's the defense that he's talking about?" Because they were just imposing their will on the Celtics and stuff. So it was crazy.
I think Butler, like he said about Jimmy Jordan and all that. I think he has that dog in him. You guys always hear people use that analogy and stuff.
Yep.
But I think he's just that hunger's there.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics, they won one. They're chilling. They're kicked back. They're rubbing their bellies. We're going to do okay just by being there.
Yeah.
But they don't realize like Jimmy wants it.
I got a question. Do you think the Miami Heat's Cinderella run? What are they? The 8th seed?
8th seed. Yep.
Yeah. And do you think like Celtics kind of took them aback a little bit and kind of say, "Hey, we got an easy path to the finals"?
I think when you're at that level in this time of the basketball season, that everybody wants to play hard and stuff like that, but I don't think they really took him for granted. I just think, like you just said, that Jimmy's hungry. I mean, every time he gets in the playoffs, it's like Dame Dollar, something clicks, So
what is the Celtics? What seed are they?
I think they're the 2 seed.
2 seed.
Because 76ers were the 1 seed.
Yeah, and then so coming down from Miami Heat, they took on the 1 seed. Who was that? Dang, help me out, guys.
Did they beat the Sixers?
No, Sixers number 1?
No, yeah, Sixers were number 1 seed.
Oh, okay.
So they beat the Sixers.
Okay, so the path to get to the conference finals, they took out a couple ones. Were they a play-in team?
No, they did a play-in. They
had to be to get the 8th seed.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. You'd have to bring it up, Bethany, for me to remember it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
My head's in baseball and everything right now.
I even think Philadelphia is even overrated for their number 1 seed.
That's what I said, and there's no reason why what's his name even got it. There's no reason why Embiid. I understand he was good. Remember we looked up his stat. He was the leading scorer.
Yeah.
That was his. But he only played 40% of the games or something like that this season. No.
All right, so Tatum. What's the next game here? Thursday? Is that when they play again?
Yep.
Okay, so what's your predictions on that one? Miami coming away and heading to the finals, or is Boston going to get it done?
Good question. Is it home? I don't even know.
It's up in Boston.
They'll probably get
Celtics probably get another one.
Yeah, I think
Celtics
Celtics.
Oh, and
But
that momentum.
Yeah, it could build it. You never know.
Yeah.
But we're all thinking it's a business. I mean, you're thinking, see both of those guys that fall down 0-3, and then just the NBA scripted to where it's going to be a Lakers-Boston final. That's kind of what people were thinking. It's all scripted. That's what we think. But Denver proved us wrong there, and
no kidding. Like
so,
LeBron and everybody, they packed the stars came out to support LA, and they just got swept. I'm like, whoa.
The
rooms were out, like I said, and I don't know. I think Celtics get it one more game.
Yeah.
But I think once they get back to Miami, it's all over.
Yeah, Tatum's tough though. I like Tatum. I mean, he'd be the reason why I follow the Celtics too, because he's tough.
Yeah, and like the mirror of Kobe kind of thing. You know what I mean? But Kobe was a mirror of Jordan. You know what I mean? He's probably the next guy that you can think of as just a pure scorer.
Yeah.
But I think he still adds that defensive element like those guys did. You know what I'm saying?
Two-way player.
Two-way player. You know, it is solid though, for sure.
Okay.
Solid.
So who's going into the finals? Miami Heat versus Nuggets. Who's going to win that one, guys?
It's Nuggets
I'm
all
gonna roll
day.
Denver. Denver,
Yeah,
nobody
it's
can
Nuggets.
Denver
Yeah.
wins stuff.
How many?
Who's stopping
sweep or?
Jokic? It'll probably go 6 games.
6 games.
5-6 games.
6 games, 14.
Miami will get 1 or 2, I think, probably in Miami.
Yeah.
But I mean, you watch the way that Jokic and Murray. They're 30 points a night kind of guys right now. And then Jokic is average triple-double guy right now. He's averaging triple-double in playoffs. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, unless something crazy happens and stats go down or they find was it Bam Adebayo's the kryptonite to him or something? I just don't see it happening.
No.
Denver's that good right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Well, anything else on the NBA Finals and stuff?
That's all I got.
You heard it first here. That's our
right.
thoughts on the NBA Finals. We're going to turn our attention to the ring. The boxing ring. All right. So a couple things that we want to discuss. One is the results of the Carlos Trinidad fight.
Yep.
And then also Houston Alexander at the Bare Knuckles Fighting Championship Series. And there's a huge announcement. I don't know if you guys heard, but Terrence Crawford and Spence have signed the contract. ESPN, breaking news. We heard it yesterday. We're going to discuss that. So let's get into the recap of the Carlos Trinidad fight. Go ahead,
Default
Buff.
the Buff on this one.
All
Buff was
right.
on site for this one.
I was on site. We just had Carlos on the show a couple weeks back, and he come and talked and gave us his little background on how his upbringing and all that stuff. So he kind of turned a lot of heads for us to pay attention. I went down to his last couple fights, and I tell you what, that kid's tough.
Yeah.
He's tough. I mean, you get him up here, he's out here just real nice, real respectful, nice, calm voice, and just kind of seems like a little kid because I think he's only in his mid-20s. But then you get him down there, then oh my goodness, he's a warrior.
Yeah.
He's tough.
Yep. And the pro crowd for him, you know, he kind of faced a guy from Puerto Rico. The guy was 3-2,
Yeah.
but he was the #1 contender in that weight class. It's
Yep.
a stacked weight class that I heard.
Yep.
And Carlos comes out and knocks the guy down in the first round. So let's go round by round and stuff. B-Love, what was you seen in the first round?
I think Carlos, after that first round, to me it seemed like he was still the aggressor all the way around. I think I might give the other guy, he might have got, I think it was round 4, if I remember right. Just because I think he was playing, or he was knowing he was playing catch up.
Yeah.
So he started being more aggressive. He got Carlos with some good shots too.
Yeah.
Carlos put him away in the 5th. I mean, it was unanimous. Everybody had it the same way. I mean, we all knew he won that one, but yeah, it was tough. I seen him afterwards, and yeah, Carlos he was marked up on his cheekbone, so you know he got tagged.
Yeah.
But it's just all part of the whole thing and the whole fight. It was good. I'm getting into the bare knuckle now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's true. You can see it in that picture right there for those that are watching us on Facebook. It's bare knuckles.
Yeah.
You know, no padding or
no
anything like that.
padding,
And I asked Carlos after the Big Voice segment that you guys had, I asked him, I was like, what's the biggest difference between boxing, martial arts, or UFC style, and bare knuckles? And he says, every time you throw a blow and you connect, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas in boxing and stuff, it kind of absorbs through the pads a little
Yep.
bit, the boxing pad.
Yep.
But yeah, he said sometimes you connect and it'll ring back into your elbow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I asked him that of all, because he came out to Winter Vegas a couple times and
Yeah.
did the Brawl for All. I think he won that a couple times, and then he was doing UFC. So when he was here, I asked him, "What's your favorite of all 3 of them?" And then he gravitated towards this. He said, "I like doing them all." He said, "UFC is that kind of fighting is good," but he said, "I'm kind of gravitating towards this because it's regular fighting, street fighting type stuff, you know." So yeah, but he's no matter what, he's good in all 3 of them.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, we've all kind of seen him go around the rings in our area, right? We all watched him at Vegas and things like that. But I mean, he's just another kid, right? Out of Winnebago, just up and coming. I know he's out of Omaha, but still Winnebago boy, right?
Right.
Just up and coming, man. You know what I mean? The sky's the limit for him, you know. And anybody gets in his way, watch out, man.
Yeah. Then it was cool to hear his background and stuff like that. You know, I work over here at the crisis center over here, youth crisis center.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I should try to reach out to him, see if we can come visit with some of the kids that we got over here and have a few words with them. Let him know that he kind of been in similar situations back when he was growing up. You know, we had his mom Annabelle here. She was kind of talking about some of that stuff too. I don't know if he wanted her to put that out there, but here she was. But
You want to know how naughty my boy was?
Yeah. I had 2 of them. And, oh my goodness! But yeah, so it was pretty cool. But I think I might try to reach out to him and see if he got a break in action and just have him come talk to some of the kids we got. Even maybe get a hold of Kun Bass and maybe come talk to him for
do it through a club thing, do a youth thing, maybe. I know there's always like little overnight stuff that's going on, and just you need those people that are kind of out in our communities, out in our world, that are not necessarily even just here living here, but are out living. You know what I mean? Out living life and how they're doing and what they're up to. And and our kids, they always need perspective. You know what I mean? We want our kids, wherever they are, and for our community anyway, because I feel like we're such a close-knit community, but we also kind of shelter our kids. We don't want them to go learn about the bad things or this way and that way, because like a lot of not everybody, but I mean we were all lived here their whole lives. You know what I mean? Never really lived anywhere else. So like traveling and hearing that from other people, it's a big deal. You know?
And then another thing was cool too, is that if he would be willing to come do something, is because like Garen said earlier on the show here, that we're known for as a basketball town, basketball school and stuff like that with our kids. So a lot of our kids play basketball. I mean, there's a bunch of them. You cruise through the neighborhoods and the streets, you see them shooting around outside. So we have people they can look up to with David Winget, Matthew Winget, Kobe Smith, these type of guys. But not anybody really did this kind of stuff,
Well, I mean, you go, like I said, we talked about it last time. You go back to like all the Blackfish guys, like all the older guys. Those were all Golden Glove guys. You know what I mean? They all boxed way back when. But I mean, you're talking about the Choka's dad. Like at this point, where we are time wise, you're talking about Choka's dad, who's passed already or something. You know what I mean? That's how long ago it was. And I think there's a couple guys around my age that will say that they got Gold Glove at some point. You know what I mean? But like making a career out of it, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, and not even boxing.
Correct. Bare knuckle stuff.
Bare knuckle stuff. Yeah, that's just. I mean, you got to be a man to do any of that kind of fighting stuff. You got to be a man. This kid's something to look forward to.
Getting it done. Yep.
When you watched the fight, Buff, was you thinking that there might be a chance where he got laid out or anything like that? I mean, like, was you
this last fight?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so.
You caught his previous fight, right?
Yeah, he caught one the previous fight, and the kid he fought last time looked like he was heavier and he was more like toned, and he looked younger than the guy who he fought this last time. So I was kind of like, oh man. And then Carlos got caught in the second round, I think, and he hit the canvas, jumped right up. I think it was kind of a legal hit, but he jumped up, wiped it off, and he said, let's go. And then that just shows you that native blood and that Hispanic blood coming out, like, hey, I'm a warrior, man. You got me, good hit, let's go, let's finish up,
Sometimes those flash knockdowns, they're actually kind of wake you up a little bit. I heard about those and stuff, you know. But we all been probably punched before, and you could imagine kind of the white light and all this and that and stuff. But to regain that, I'm glad that a lot of people were saying their prayers. A lot of people were cheering them on. We had it showing down at the big screen, and man, you talk about a good party there. He would have been proud if he was in attendance, and man, it was just a nice thing. We did a couple lives on it, and shout out to the communications crew, Big Voice, The Wind, helping us on out, and our Eats for bringing some of that good pozole.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a big tub of pozole, and man, it all went. You know what I mean? So it was really good. It was really good.
I should have sent one of my daughters down to Ula State Bowl.
Yeah, I know. It's a clean invite on that one, man.
For sure. Yeah, it was a good time, and thanks to the Winnebago Tribal Council for supporting that, and good community event. But Friday was pretty stacked there because we showed Diami and then Carlos Trinidad. Houston Alexandria, what'd you think of that one?
I didn't stick around for that one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't stick around for that last one. I was trying to beat the crowd because I drove down, so I wanted to beat the crowd because I know how packed it was down there. So last time I went down there, I Ubered it, but this time I drove. So I'm getting out of here before. But yeah, I didn't get to see that one, bro. So
yeah. He come away with the win. 51 years old, still doing it. You know what I mean?
It's my age.
Big pro, still. So maybe Carlos and Houston might come up and stuff. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah. Another good candidate for Athlete of the Week. Yeah. What do you guys think, Diami, Carlos? We're gonna see.
Might make it.
We'll get that announcement here coming up on the Big Voice.
All right.
Sports
so you got the shirt on.
Okay.
Big fight. We're talking about
Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Okay. While we're a pro Terrence Crawford crowd here.
Get
what I
us
mean?
caught up though, man. What's the records on both these guys? Help us out. I know we all know
both-
Crawford's undefeated.
Somebody's
Spence is
O
undefeated.
has to go.
Yep, someone's old needs to go.
Yeah. Now I watched Bud. We went down there. Was you down there in that December fight?
Not the December one,
Yeah.
but I watched it on TV.
Okay. So Spence has had a couple accidents, car accidents. You know what I mean? Like 2 of them. One was like took him out of the game. I think it was like right before the pandemic or during the pandemic.
Right
you know.
before.
And then he got into another accident, and it was just like, wow, it hurt something. You know what I mean? But they were at the table, and Bud wanted to do this fight. Spence wanted to do the fight, and then all of a sudden negotiations broke down. You know what I mean?
I mean,
And
somebody's
it's
got
just-
to make money, right? So I mean, both the guys want their money, and I think that's one of the biggest parts behind it. It was probably a big money thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, we're all pro Crawford, so it's like we know Spence is running right now. He
Ducking.
finally stepped up to the plate and said, "All right, let's roll it."
Yeah.
Because both of them hold belts right now, right, in their respective weight classes. What are they going to fight at? Was that discussed? Was that brought
148.
up?
I think it's 148.
Yeah, I'm not even sure
Something
the
like
weight
that.
class and
Yeah.
stuff. I just know that they're both undefeated. It's going to be the hugest fight ever. And July 29th, we're all going to be at the homecoming celebration. We have to figure this one out. You know what I mean? Like, there's some suggestions, like, hey, we should roll out that big screen down
I was
over there
gonna
to the
say,
ball grounds.
No, they have a rental one. You know what I mean? That you can roll a screen out there. You know what I mean?
I hate to say it, but I think I might have to miss the Battle of the Bustles.
I was about to say, yeah, that's prime time for Battle of the
Saturday night,
Bustles.
I know. SNL. It's going to be
Yeah.
at Las Vegas. Man,
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to be
gonna be
a
a
good
good
fight.
one.
They
Yeah.
did have a rematch clause, and I think that was one of the things that they were talking about that held up negotiations previously is the rematch clause. And finally, man, I just seen it breaking news on ESPN that they signed.
I heard that about that rematch clause, and then you know all that's doing is just setting up for a bigger payday on the third one,
yeah,
the
yeah,
third
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
So you know whoever wins this first one, obviously they're gonna fight. Guarantee the other guy's gonna win the next one. You know, and then they're gonna go to 3, and they'll both be making $1 billion apiece. Watch.
Well, look at the some of the great trilogies of boxing, right? Like that it's a thing in boxing. So you got to fight them 3 times to know what's what. You know, especially if they go 1-1.
Yeah.
You know, if they go 2-0, the guy wants to try to redeem himself and let him know I can't be beat, kind of thing. But I mean, but again, it's just ching ching, right?
Yeah.
That's what all that comes down to. It's good entertainment for us, though. We enjoy it.
Crawford needs to get paid. I
Yeah.
mean, he just got
Yeah.
rid of the promoter that just been holding him back.
Yeah, top rank.
Yeah, so now that he's got, I don't know who he's going with his promoter is now, or if he's by himself. I don't know how that's working, but he needs to get paid. I mean, he's got 0 losses. He's been fighting for years, and then he's just hometown boy, always representing the Huskies
Yeah,
when he's playing.
yeah.
So pay the man.
Yeah,
he's good.
yeah.
Pay the man. You know, he was
Yeah.
even in. If you guys, I don't know if you guys seen the Creed 3. He even
Yeah,
had
made an
some
appearance
parts
in there, yep.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
got a movie star there too. So yeah, that's how we do it here in Nebraska.
I think we're all still
Husker
pro
man.
Crawford on that one, though, man. I think we're all picking Crawford in that fight.
So, just to kind of analyze the fight, here's my expectations of it. It's going to start out slow, you know what I mean? But I guess the main question I'll ask you guys, is it going to the distance or is it going to end in a knockout? And who's going to knock him out?
Okay, I think a lot of Crawford's fight ends in the 11th, 12th round, or they'll go the distance because the first 2 or 3 rounds they feel each other out. But Crawford's really good at that. He's gonna figure it out, find the weakness, and he's gonna go after that weakness. He's just that good of a fighter where you can see that. Now the Spence kid, on the other hand, I only seen him fight maybe once or twice, and looks like he's kind of like Mayweather, hits and runs, and stuff like that. So it's like he's gonna be ducking. So are we gonna see a bunch of punches landed? I don't know. You know who's.
I feel like it's going to be a split decision. That way, you know, it builds up for the next one. You know what I mean? I think they're going to give them that, like you said, duck and run. Crawford's going to feel him out, so it's going to feel slow. Like you said, start out slow.
Yeah.
Maybe a TKO late. You know what I mean? Crawford gets him with something.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like it's going to go the distance, and we're all going to be sitting there wondering who won what round, and that's the way I feel like it's going to be.
As long as it's a good fight, I mean, throw some punches. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
147 is what they agree
So
to.
what are the and then
That's
so
one
then
pound
that's,
off.
that's the next question. Then what does Spence normally fight at, and what does Crawford normally fight at? Doesn't
think they're
Crawford
around
fight
that
a little
area,
heavier? But doesn't Crawford
right.
fight a little heavier than that?
Well, actually, Spence was going to
Spence
move
does.
up to 154.
Yeah, Spence
Oh.
does. I think
And-
Crawford fought there before, but he's down in that where he's at now, and more
Yeah.
comfortable for him.
I think both of them are comfortable in that level.
Okay.
Where the Canelo, where he tried to go up, remember,
Yeah,
against
yeah.
the dude that was just
did
a
not have
natural,
it, yeah.
and he got beat up. pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that was
No, I have it.
2 Cinco de Mayos ago, and nonetheless.
Yeah.
two Cinco's and 10 tacos ago.
But Canelo, he won his fight during Cinco de Mayo. That was his homecoming finally back in Mexico City, and I didn't get to watch that one either and stuff, but I don't know who even fought.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I was probably over at Duran's. We were probably watching it. I don't remember it though.
Yeah, Spence is pretty sly, like you said. You know what I mean? He's pretty smart. You know, he's really smart. Crawford, he does have a tendency to get hit. You know what I mean? But he has that weird style that will kind of throw your game plan off, where he can go in as traditional orthodox style, and then all of a sudden he's turning southpaw right in the middle of the fight. You know what I mean? So you gotta have to prepare for both styles. You don't know what you're gonna get that night, which makes him really unique and kind of
exactly what I would say. That's why Crawford's special, because he can do that stuff. He'll adjust. He'll find out if that regular stance is not working for him, then he'll switch up and just try this, But he's too smart, man. I think he's outclassed him.
He's got to be that smart though to be able to come at you, in his traditional style, and then go southpaw and still be just as effective.
Yep.
Right.
It's pretty special for sure.
We'll see what happens. So the countdown begins. It's gonna be on Showtime pay-per-view.
That's my nephew, by the way.
Nephew Bud. Yeah.
Another nephew. Yeah.
Gotta represent the shirt and stuff.
All right. Well, let's switch over here to all the other nephews and chujunks. All right. Let's go to moving on to some sports here in Winnebago right now. I think Bethany's gonna throw out some graphics for you guys, but we're gonna get into Winnebago baseball, sponsored out of Whirling Thunder Wellness Center down here. A beautiful picture of the ballpark right there, folks. That's on the screen right now. Those are on the radio. We're located at the Land of Wellness. Playing baseball
under the lights.
Under
Nothing
the lights.
like
You
that,
can't beat that. No, you can't beat that.
Sure.
And when you look at these pictures and you think about Land of Wellness, man, I got to shout out Travis Mallory. He was the visionary behind us even having these two beautiful fields.
Yep.
And me coming into the job that I got, that was always kind of my thing, was just like, I want to play baseball out here. And I'll admit it, that is when we go to other ballparks, and anybody that comes into our town, in our little league that we're in, the Tri-County League, we have the nicest facilities in our whole northeast area there. So shout out to Travis on that. But real quick little tidbit of what's going on with the 8U boys. They have yet to start their season. They're going to be down in Lyons this coming weekend for their opening tournament, and then after that they're going to start hitting all their regular season games. That's coached by my brother Evan Decora. A lot of 8U boys. Looking forward to that. Our 10Us are in action tonight for their 5th game of the season. They're 1-3. Just lost a tough one on Monday night, 3-4 against Wayne. Even had the tying run on, and the winning run was on 2. And we have 2 guys come up and just strike out. And like I said, they're 10U boys. You just got out of T-ball. You know what I mean? Like they're learning. Learning as we go here. So
that's a nice
shout out to
there.
Duran and those guys. That's the next team that I'm talking about right now. That's on the screen currently. That's our 12U. The Broncos, and they're coached by Mr. Kenyon Snyder himself. He actually grew up playing in Trico for Bancroft.
Yep.
And so we kind of linked up and we got to talking, and he had a great job interview, and we hired him on as the sports assistant, but he's also my 12U baseball coach, my Broncos baseball coach, and helping him out.
Who's that big dude on the right?
Well, the skinny guy next to him. No. Mr. Max Littlewalker, he's a great guy. He's kind of our catcher coach for us right now, and Richard's just kind of our overall guy, just kind of hyping him up and getting him ready with that. Richard Carnes there helping him out. I help coach him when I can and whatnot, but this group of boys right here, it's pretty special. It's an older group of 12, so there's a few 13s, but the cutoff date for baseball, do you guys know what it is? So whatever age you are on January 1st of 2023, that's the age group you're in. So if you turn 13 on January 1st, you can still play 12U.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's your pitcher?
Pitchers this year are Mr. Traven Grant.
Which one is he?
And he is long-haired kid. His hair should be out. Where's he at?
Oh, is he way in the back there?
Yeah.
In that picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Traven Grant. That's Cervell right there. He's in there somewhere. Oh, he's standing next to Kenyon, right next to Big Kendrick. Big guy right next to Kendrick. The big tall guy by Kenyon.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. So he's back there.
Okay.
And then in front of him, the other pitcher, Mr. Arian Marufo. They've been our 2 studs right now at pitcher for us.
Where's he at?
That's Arian right there.
Gotcha,
And Traven's right behind him.
Not to stop you real quick in your tracks, but
you're good.
I watched the little Marufo kid play basketball, play baseball. The kid is going to be a stud in all sports.
I agree.
Sport.
Everything.
He's gonna be a stud.
Getting his own drum grip too.
Yeah,
I mean,
he can sing. That's what I mean. He's a
sing,
well-rounded
dance.
kid. Yeah, he can dance. Yeah, he's a well-rounded kid. But shout out to all these boys out here. The Lawrence, Braden Lawrence, big guy in the middle, right next to SJ, LaPointe right there. Oh no, Age is LaPointe. Right next to Age, he's another pitcher, but he actually plays up on ponies, and he's their ace pitcher for ponies.
Oh,
big lefty.
Yeah.
Those are Coley Brown's grandsons.
Oh wow.
So Traven and Braden are Coley Brown's grandsons, and I'll tell you what, I can put them at 1, I can put them at 3, and you know what? If we got a ball flying at them, they're gonna catch it.
So
There's
what's
some
the record?
studs. They're right now. Them guys are 2-2, and we're sitting at 15th right now.
Okay,
that's only
who did
4
you
games.
Run up against.
Wayne's a really good team. We did beat the other Wayne team. We played 2 Wayne teams. We beat the first one, lost to these guys, lost to their A squad.
What was it? What was the score?
Oh, that was a Monday night. These guys beat Wayne, and great game. These boys go down after the second inning. We're down 6-0.
Oh,
Yeah. And then by the time we get to the 5th, it's tied 7-7.
Wow.
And they got their they beat their 7th point. So it's bottom of the 5th inning. We're up. All we need to do is we need to no, there was another inning after that because you have to play 6. Right, you have to play 6. So we're in the 5th inning. But there is run rule. The boys had a 10-run inning, took off, and run ruled, game over.
Wow.
Just rolled them, you know. And then it comes down to the hitting. You know what I mean? The hitting has to be there for these guys. And credit to them, because this is our only 2nd year playing baseball.
Yeah.
A lot of them didn't grow up swinging a bat, seeing a fastball coming in at you. And I'm telling you what, we've come across a few kids at 12U that we're seeing high 60s, low 70s, snapping the glove, and so these guys come a couple aces. You know what I mean? Like, there's there's that fast already at 12U.
Wow. Nice.
So shout out to 12U boys. They're in action tonight up in Homer as well, along with the Digit. So if you guys want to catch that, their game will be around 7:30. I think we're 2-2. Homer's 1-3. So it should be a good matchup. We should see some good baseball tonight. I'd like to shout out our jerseys, show off our jerseys there. Silas 7 flew up out of South Sioux. He does a lot of local stuff for us, and there's good quality stuff still waiting on my hats there, bud. He just messaged me while we were sitting here, said they'll be here tomorrow. So
nice.
Gonna hold him to that, and then
man, they look pretty snazzy.
Yeah, they're nice, man. They're really nice.
You look good. You play good.
Yeah, full button-ups on that. So that leads to this year as well. We added the 14Us with Sean Walker. He's coaching those guys. He started out with these Broncos last year, so a lot of these guys played for Sean. Sean grew up North High, played baseball his whole life, all that. They're currently 0-4.
Okay.
But again, it's our first year here in this league.
Yeah.
And
Tri-County?
Yeah, and you're looking at 14-year-old boys that have been playing since they was 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're 2 years at it. But don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell you a couple studs for that team is Braden Brownrigg. He's one of our ace pitchers, and Braden Lawrence. But the kid who's been killing it for us right now is Raiden Decora. I'm telling you, if he gets a hold of that ball, it's at the fence, and he's probably going to hit either a triple or he's running home. I mean, he's smacking the heck out of the ball right now. He's our catcher as well, and he can pitch.
I have a question for you. I was at a tournament this week, and my son plays for Bancroft Rosalie, and there's a heavy hitter, and the other team signals to the ref and says we want to walk him.
Yep.
I mean, are you allowed?
Correct.
I mean,
completely legal.
Really?
Yep, completely legal to walk him. Just to say, I don't want him to hit. I'd rather him just be on base because I want the guy after him. Completely legal in baseball.
Wow. They can do that every inning?
Yeah, if he's up to bat. If he's up to bat, you can
huh?
walk him.
I did not know that, man.
I don't know if you
see. I didn't grow up playing baseball at all.
Can you throw? Do you have to throw any pitches or just to avoid
No,
pitches?
I don't think so. You can just tell him to walk. I mean, you can just tell him to walk. I
'Cause
think
he was
in
walking
Major
to the
League,
base, and then he was let down. I was like, this guy is, my son's 10.
Yeah.
So he wanted to bat. You know what I mean? And they just hey, we're gonna walk him, and he went to his base. I mean, it was just
Okay, now what happened after that? Did they get the guy out behind him?
No, they didn't. But I'm just saying the team ended up winning because he had some people on base.
Yeah.
And they knew he was going to hit it out in the outfield.
Yeah, and that's the little intricacies of baseball is you have to play those little things along with that. Like stealing bases is tough in this league. If you've got a catcher that can throw, because the 12U boys play at 70-foot bases. So if you've got a catcher that can fire to 3 and fire to 170 feet and on a line and tag people out, we can do that. Our boys are really working on doing their pickoffs. Yeah. Because because when we play a lot, I want to say better teams, man, their leads are almost halfway to home from 3. Right. You know what I mean? Like they're pushing, but if our pitchers, because when they take that first step, they can lean towards 3. Or if it's our big lefty, he can lean towards 1. You know what I'm saying? So we're working on our pickoffs. You know what I mean? And I think we've thrown out a couple guys at 2 already. Because I know them in my head off the top of my head, but I think second base from home, for a catcher, Broncos at 70-foot bases. I think it's 111.
Cool.
It's like 111 feet.
So when's the next home game here in Winnebago?
Won't be till next week.
Next week.
Everybody's gonna get the
Show
holiday
that
break
picture
off.
of the stadium.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that was
Show it
an
off a
awesome
low.
picture. And you guys will be playing what time?
The Broncos the Digits and Broncos always start at 6:00.
Okay.
So that first game's at 6, and then to follow at 7:15.
I love it.
So I mean, come on out. It's always going to be under the lights for those Bronco boys. The Pony boys are kind of the same way. They play on Sunday, Thursday. So quick tidbit about that is there's like 4 to 5 boys that play Broncos and Ponies. So there's a group of boys right now in Winnebago that are playing baseball 4 nights a week.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
They play
That is
4 nights a
awesome.
week. So
Now, Buff, you see that picture, right? I'm just trying to describe it, but not a lot of people in the audience. I mean, is that by deception? Is there people behind the camera, or
put it like this? It was a little cold that night.
okay?
And you know our Winnebago fans like to sit in the car.
Okay.
So there's a lot of honking going on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everybody. It was a little cold that night. We'll wait till we get to 80, 90 at night, and the place will stay packed.
So what I'm trying to say is, let's support these guys.
Show
Beautiful
out, man.
weather, guys.
Show out.
Show out, and let's cheer them on. That is awesome when they hit the ball or get a strikeout. You know what I mean? Like, we need the crowd.
Yeah,
because it does affect these boys.
Oh yeah, and they love it. They know what they're playing for, and we're growing as a baseball town. That's kind of the biggest thing is just how do we be good baseball fans for our kids? Just like I had to learn how to be a good golf fan.
Yeah.
I can't go scream at my kid, do better, and
Right.
you can't do that with golfing. But baseball, you can scream around a little bit, But
For sure.
You can't razz the umpires. I got a couple new umpires this year that are doing a really good job for me.
Who is it?
My son Randy, and then my son Randy's been back there. Oscar, Lucian, and then Duran's starting to come around now. So I got a good 4 or 5 right now that show up and want to help out. Billy D's been talking about coming out.
There you go.
How do you think that's gonna go?
He ain't leaving. He's got to bring some tacos from that. He ain't coming.
I think it's awesome, man. But man, those parents, hey, we're gonna give you the sportsman kind of pitch here.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching, let's cheer them on. My wife and my sister-in-law, they're trying to coach the boys while they're out in the field. I'm like, no, just support them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they get it. Then they write the referee pretty good. You're like, whoa, that was a strike. And
like I said, and I get it. You know what I mean? I understand it. We all want our kids to be successful. We all want them to do good. But at the same time, just let the coaches coach.
Right.
Let them work it out as they go. Yeah, and let the ump. You know what I mean? They gotta let it go. I mean, and Randy's gotten a lot of compliments. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hype my kid up or nothing, but I'm trying to pipe my kid up.
You've been piping your kids up on this show ever since we got on here.
Wait, what episode is this now? No.
Hey, so anything else? We got to finish this conversation.
Baseball's done with that. I mean, I want to move on to softball real quick. I'll give that one a quick one. But 8U girls have played 2 games so far softball because they're up at arena, and we also play in our local league. So those are on Thursday nights. We had our 10U girls play doubleheader against Ponca yesterday. So we had the ballpark rolling last night as well.
Nice.
So shout out to the Bell Bearskin and Marcel. They're coaching that little 8U group. They love it. I don't know if you can get the jersey behind me, but I'm pretty sure I'm wide and blocking the way. But yep. And then 10U is Kumi with our 10U girls, and they're down at they're also playing at arena.
Dang,
in our local league.
Out
you guys can check out the softball jerseys that we pulled down this year. Like I said, Silas is doing amazing things up there. Like I said, still on my hats, but throw a little whole chunk design in there and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Good material and all that.
Awesome.
So I love it, man. And then 12U is.
I don't know, Buff, try it on.
Good.
I'm not able to
12U.
get my arm in there.
12U is Crystal Grant and her crew. Shout out to Crystal. She's been coaching. She's been one of my very first softball coaches that I ever had. She stuck it out for the past 3 years.
Nice.
So shout out to Crystal. She works at the school. She knows all the kids. They all love to play for her. They're struggling right now. Like I said, brand new season. They're all kind of moved up out of the 10s. Now we're in 12s. Mm-hmm. You add in all the extra stealing and things like that with this game. So we're learning as we go. Again, still learning how to be good softball players.
Yeah.
But the big one I want to shout out right now is 14U fast pitch softball playing out of Winnebago, Nebraska. Their first home game is tomorrow against Homer. So if you guys want to show out, come out and support these girls.
Okay.
Because I did a stat check, and in our viewership, if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was told the last time that Winnebago had a team, 14U, play out of Winnebago was 50 years ago.
Whoa.
So we're talking 73 was the last time anybody can even give me a date on a 14U team.
Wow.
Robin Bear, check your That sounds like back in your era. I don't know if she's listening or not, but I remember Robin Berry used to Fran Charbeck. Those guys were the softball players back then.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Appreciate Jacia, Seren, Sandy, Scott, like that little crew right there. They're the ones kind of helping me run the team. They're coaching them. They're getting them to their games and, you know, making sure they got all their gear and everything. But I mean, for us to be this far along from where we started at, to only having one team a year, to, you know, barely getting enough guys to do a baseball team together, you know, I just want to keep encouraging your parents, come on out and support the kids, man, because all it can do is grow. That's the plan.
Well,
you know,
finally got some people, some of the people that want to help coach.
Correct.
That's the main thing. You get people out there to coach and stuff. You know, everybody can, like you were saying earlier, everybody can coach from the stands, coach from the couch. You know, we all do it. You know, but you want to make an impact in these kids' lives, come on and do it out here, come help out.
Yeah, and that's always been my biggest thing, is I feel like with all our programs that we have in the community, we can help everybody or do the most we can for the kids.
Right.
But like, and I always say that, and I can't coach everybody. Q can't coach everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people have to step up, and if you don't know nothing, come learn. You know what I mean? Do YouTube, you know, it's something. You know, go back and talk to the older people who have played before, and what's the hints, what's the tricks, you know? But it's coming along, man. We're moving in the right direction. Let's just say that, because beyond, we have softball players playing in Winnebago and baseball players 5 nights a week right now. Somebody is playing somewhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's sports happening this summer for these kids, so don't slouch on
We got
it.
to get at the results and stuff like that. We got 5-minute warning, gentlemen, here, so we're going to continue on. But last thing on the softball, make sure you check them on out. We do want to have an update on how it's going up there in some of the adult leagues in softball, so kind of give us a report, help us out.
Well, real quick, we got our family team together. The guys, my little bros, all got me out of retirement to come play. So me and Quince and Matthew and David Winget, Dubs and Jeffrey and Jeremiah Baird, you know, J.R. LaPointe, there's a bunch of us. We got some other little young nephews, my boys playing. So we got a little team together that we're playing. We're 0-3 right now, but we're playing with some of the guys, our sons and nephews that always grew up playing basketball, so they never even picked up a bat either. So I mean, we're still working on some bugs and stuff.
What's your guys' team?
They put you guys in Upper Friday too, right?
Upper Tuesdays.
Upper Tuesdays, but to have a bunch of brand new guys, come on, Rita.
Yeah,
I mean, I know what you mean.
Yep. So it's we got to take our licks, I guess. You know.
What's your guys' team name?
Niju.
Okay.
After my Choka's Indian name.
Yeah. Okay.
But we got a sponsorship from one of the tint shops that Dub knows up in the city.
Yeah.
So
nice.
And then Native AF is in our bracket, and then they got another local team. Then you got Neiman Towing, and I'm trying to think of who else. And I'm not too sure because they're all playing on Tuesdays, but you know, obviously I didn't get to go over and watching them because we're always there playing. So
the women's got like LRP. That's the new like women's team out of Winnebago. They're pretty solid. I think they're 3-0, top of their division. I was just up there picking up the T-ball schedule, so I was kind of checking out the bracket and stuff.
Cool.
So no, I think everybody's kind of showing out up there in Winnebago right now.
Yeah, full swing. You guys are in full swing, right? The season
Everybody
started, and tournaments will be coming up. So
all right, I want to go first because I got to bail at 6. I got a baseball game to get to. So
hurry up and quit talking.
My athlete of the week. And this is the shout out to our softball teams. And we're going to go with Miss Kennedy. Yeah. Kellen Kennedy is my athlete of the week. She was their ace pitcher this week. Got to shoot. She's a lefty. If you guys don't know her, she's a heck of an athlete. She plays basketball. She plays volleyball. She kind of is the do-all. And she took the mound for the first time in 50 years as a 14U pitcher, and I really appreciate that. I think that's a heck of a thing. Nice. And she's a star, man. She's gonna be really good. So my athlete of the week, Kellen Bunny Kennedy.
All right. So the Big Voice, your very first one that you gave out here on Coach. The Big Voice
on the Big Voice
Sports Show goes to congratulations.
Kellen Kennedy.
Yeah, for sure.
Good job.
So we'll get that medal to her, and we're gonna go with B Love's athlete of the week.
My athlete of the week goes to my nephew. Of course, I got a bunch of nephews, but my nephew Diami Baird. Your accomplishments you down at all the accomplishments you did down there at the state tournament. Going to state all these years in high school, and then coming off with 3rd place finishes in both mile and 2 mile, made everybody proud.
Yeah.
We all love it for you, and can't wait to see what happens on the next level.
Yeah,
so
for
congratulations.
Right. Big Voice Sports Athlete of the Week, Diami Barrage. Congratulations, man. And we're proud of you. I think that everybody, your Dega there said it all. So, my Athlete of the Week, I'm going to go with Carlos Trinidad.
Yep.
Carlos Trinidad Snake there coming away with the victory. He improved his record to 4-0. Did an excellent job, so we'll make sure that we'll send him the medal. Maybe he can come back up. Let us know when the next time he's going to be fighting. I think he takes a 3 month, 90-day break there, so that he might be back in the ring in the fall time or whatnot. So we'll kind of watch his career. But congratulations, Carlos. You also made us very proud, and congratulations on your win, man.
And
a lot of hard work.
And you also are my nephew.
Everybody that gets sports, we're gonna title that one new, right?
Yeah.
B loves sports athlete, our nephew of the week, our
Nephew of the week. That's good. That's good.
Okay, folks, we are the Big Voice Sports Show. Next week we'll be back with Coach Q, B Love, and special guests. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And we're gonna have also the big hour tomorrow's All Requests Live on KWTN with DJ Besame. Make sure you check that on out. And then Thursday evening, Res Ride. Hey, you should come over and check us out with Res Ride and stuff with MCBKC.
Oh, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah,
so I'll come for a cruise again.
Yeah,
like
for sure,
that.
man, for sure.
Definitely.
So that takes place at 4 to 6 o'clock tomorrow. Payday tomorrow, everybody. So make sure you tune in to Res Ride. That's going to be happening tomorrow. And Friday we have. Let's see here. We got some things happening. Big hour is going to be taking place and all kind of good things and stuff. So make sure holiday, Memorial Weekend. We have something that we're working on for the Memorial Day to have the service songs sung on the Big Voice on Monday. So shout out to Ho Chunk Renaissance for helping us on that one. And on behalf of the crew here at KWTN and the Communications Department, we say thank you for tuning in and listening. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Good.